For me, pornography is a demon.
It
It's a
is.
demon.
It
It's a
is.
demon that feeds on human suffering disguised as pleasure.
Yes,
And
exactly.
and it's now finally gets more and more awareness from science, from global organizations like UNICEF and World Health Organization, where they start developing programs by protecting our children from its use, from its accessibility, because porn has this, as they say, I studied so much about it because I have a history of porn addiction in my family, and my relationship was ruined by porn. And I studied a lot about it, and I had to come to terms with it, with this phenomena, why it exists and what it does. Because in my 20s, I also was watching porn films and
Mm.
thinking about sex. I had no idea. But again, I always felt the low vibe of it, and
Yeah,
the energy was wrong, and it was not in alignment with me. So I dropped.
absolutely.
I felt my aura would be dirty from
Yeah.
consuming that.
Mm.
But if you think about it, nowadays with internet, because I grew up with what was it, even videotapes,
Yeah.
videotapes and magazines. But now the danger of pornography is 100 times more, because it has the three A's, right? It's accessible, it's available. I mean, available in terms of affordable, it's free, you can
Mm.
find it anywhere, and it's anonymous.
Yeah.
So it's the worst drug ever. And
Exactly.
it's so addictive. And what it does to your brain, there's so much science already existing, what it does to young people's brain. There is this beautiful TED talk called Brain on Porn. I really recommend, with all the
Okay. I will put the link down in the description. Eh?
yeah, I'll send it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And how it messes up the hormones and neurotransmitters and dopamine production, and how it wires the brain.
Yeah.
It's pure poison. And so many young boys, mostly, statistically,
Exactly.
they
Yeah, I saw also a documentary. I will also put the link down there. It's amazing, this documentary, and it's really boys. There was this study, like boys somehow from 9 away, they look every day pornography, and kind of 99% of all the boys. Imagine that. Isn't
it's
that
mostly boys.
crazy?
Yeah, and those are our fathers and lovers and people who rule the world. Imagine. And those who teach our girls or engage with
Yes.
our girls. And this is I'm on a holy war
Yeah.
against porn,
Yeah.
because it's also evil for me. Not because it's so addictive, it's a drug, because it supports human trafficking,
Mm.
because it ruins families,
Mm.
because it objectifies women, and it gives to young people ideas of what sexuality and gender roles are, which are completely wrong,
Yeah.
because it comes down to only physical expression. It's full of violence.
Exactly. It's
Full of
mostly
violence.
full of violence. It's like, no, I mean, the picture that it gives, it's so important. It's a thing that very close on my heart, and more mothers really get conscious about this, have more awareness about it, and also know their absolute influence on their children, that they really hold the power to change.
Just to protect children from coming in contact with
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
and making them clear that Pornhub, for example, promotes rape and
Exactly.
children's and child sex and
Exactly.
revenge sex and human
Yeah.
trafficking. All that, it's evil. It's
Yeah.
evil.
Yeah. It's horrible.